There's a growing divide in Canada, a divide between those with salaries, benefits, and a pension, and those without. Between those who have been to university and maybe those who have learned through an apprenticeship. Between those who work with their hands on a job site and those who can work on the computer in their living room to make a living. Between those who have gotten vaccinated and those who, for whatever reason, have chosen not to. As our country grows further polarized, I worry that more and more Canadians feel as if they are unable to voice their perspectives, or that their government simply does not want to hear them. At the height of COVID-19, we were all in this together. In fact, the Prime Minister of Canada was out on his front porch every single day, talking about how Canadians had each other's backs. Then the 2021 federal election rolled around, and the Prime Minister changed his tone. He saw an opportunity to use those who had yet to be vaccinated as a political prop in order to win an election. We went from a united front against the pandemic. We're trying to encourage as many people as possible to get the vaccine, to a society deeply divided over the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. That divisive attitude from his Liberal government has continued right up to this very day. An attitude of stubbornness, an attitude of being unwilling to hear any opposition to their beliefs as a government. The hard truth is that Justin Trudeau has stopped talking to Canadians he disagrees with. He slices and dices the electorate for political points.
Everyone needs to get vaccinated, and those people are putting us all at risk.
Hésiter un petit peu, on va continuer d'essayer de les convaincre, mais il y a aussi des gens qui sont farouchement opposés à la vaccination.
Qui sont extrémistes.
Qui croient pas dans la science, qui sont souvent misogynes, puis souvent racistes aussi.
He always looks to find a way to pit Canadian versus Canadian, and I believe that has to change. We need to bring people together rather than split communities and neighbors apart. Canada is at a crossroads. I've never seen our country more divided, and I believe that there are two paths our country can travel down. The first is a road of anger, hatred, fighting, and rhetoric. It's a road of only listening to our own tribe and being unwilling to listen to other people's ideas. Or we can travel down a second road and choose our better values. We can choose a road of hope, optimism, pluralism, and creativity. We can choose as Canadians to hear the other side. We can choose to respect differences of opinion. We can choose to value individual responsibility over static groupthink. My message to the Prime Minister is simple. Show some leadership. Listen to those you disagree with, and let's work together to find a peaceful resolution to the protests. To the protesters on Parliament Hill and across this country, I encourage you to end them. It's time to move on. Remember that here in Ottawa, for example, the people that live downtown deserve to have their lives back. The businesses need to be open again. But be open to constructive discussion on ways you can get back home while allowing us, as elected representatives, to continue the fight for this government to show a concrete plan to get us out of the constant lockdowns and mandates. To everyone else, let's turn down the heat. Let's be open to hearing opinions other than our own, and let's try to find it in ourselves to see the other side. This is Canada. We are supposed to disagree sometimes, but we always find a way to work it out. Let's do it again this time.